this is so TMI. None of my shirts wardrobe sends me, a lot of the time they're too tight in the bust area. So my husband will have to cut up the back so that I can at least move my arms and be comfortable. Hey, what's up? I'm Adrienne Houghton and I'm hanging out with In Touch. It is. It's been gone for some time. I feel like, crazy enough, I never think about it and I never see it. And I'm grateful that I have a husband who really doesn't care. I think he's like, we had lives before each other. Shocker. He's like, I have kids, you have a tattoo. You know, like, no big deal. There is some spots left, but if I just wasn't so lazy and I did one more, it would be completely gone. And I absolutely want to do it before I have kids, for sure. Because I don't want my kids being like, what's that, Mom? I'd be like, actually, maybe I do want it there. That's a good learning lesson. It's a teachable moment. We always have fun in the process, but you know, we've had some really big disappointments. Iz and I have been married for 4 years, trying for 3 now. I knew that I didn't want to have children the first year of marriage. I really wanted to enjoy just being married. And then when we started trying, it just wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. I thought, you know, in my mind, oh, I'm 36 now. I'm now 37. But at the time I was like, oh, I'm 35 going on 36. This should be easy. And then it was like, actually, no, like it's not that easy. For several different reasons. I didn't realize that, you know, how many eggs we lose. I mean, there's just so much that I was ignorant about. And that for most women, the peak for fertility is 24. And yet when you think about that in society, I'm like, I was a baby when I was 24. Like I had like, what? That's wild. So while, you know, they always say 30 is the new 20, biologically 30 is still 30. And that's the reality of it. So it's been interesting, but at the same time, 4 years, almost going on 5 years into my marriage now, I'm grateful for the years that we've gotten to ourselves so that when I do get to have the family that I've dreamed of, I'll never look back and say, man, I wish we had more time to travel or do things, just the two of us, that we have that. So we'll never be awkward during an empty nesting season. You know what I mean? Like I try to think of the positive side and I'm like, the day that they leave us, we'll be like, it's back to the most amazing time, which has been the last 4 years. So I'm grateful and I'm hopeful. Not as well as I wanted it to. It's not terrible, but my mom, like I said, she cooks 3 meals a day and we've been eating really well. I am excited for us to just get into our own home at some point, because I think that's when we'll really have more of a consistent routine. And right now we don't have that routine. I'm like a bag lady. I have like my bags that I carry from my mom's house to my sister's house. We right now have all of our stuff in storage, but I can't wait for us to get out our workout equipment, get back on my Peloton. So yeah, that's been interesting, but we're literally been going on walks together and that's been amazing, but there's been a blizzard outside. So that's been a problem too. But overall, for the most part, I've stuck with it. 5-pound difference. I'm also learning not to get crazy about it and to remember it's a lifestyle. It's not about dieting. So, you know, you can make little changes here and there in a lifestyle. Israel found this spot that delivers vegan tres leche cake. The worst. The best. The worst. When I stand up and I have on pajama pants, or when I stand, okay, this is so TMI. I don't know why I feel like the little 5 pounds that I've gained have all gone to my bust area. It's very strange. I don't know why. So we've been having these jokes. None of my shirts that wardrobe sends me, a lot of the time they're too tight in the bust area. So my husband will have to cut up the back so that I can at least move my arms and be comfortable. So of course, at some point when we finish the show, I'm like, you guys, look at my shirt. And I turn around. So like, it's those moments when you realize what we actually look like filming. Those moments have been hysterical. Literally, I think it's on the Reels Instagram page One day I like had pajama pants on. It was terrible. I had a dress that was backless. I had a bra on. It was a hot mess. So I just showed the girls what was really going on, and we were dying laughing. Thank you guys so much for letting me hang out with you. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel, All Things Adrienne, my Instagram at Adrienne Bailon, and the new album that just came out, Feels Like Home, Israel and New Breed.